Hi guys, it's Angie with Fun Endeavors Tie-Dye Lab. Today let's make a colander spiral that is ice dyed with several of Dyespin's Dark Horse dyes. To do the spiral, I have got my shirt laid flat, and I like to lay the shirt flat with the front side facing down. Whenever I do a spiral, I always have one side of the spiral that looks tidier than the other, and it's usually whichever side is facing the table. So I normally like to place the front side of the shirt down so that that is the tidier side of my spiral. I'm going to use a washable marker and make a mark where I'd like for the center of the spiral to be, and I'm going to make that mark just a little bit below the armpit of the shirt. Then I'm going to use a pair of locking tweezers and I'm going to lock them onto that mark that I made on the shirt, and over the top of the tweezers I'm going to place a microwavable splatter guard, and this splatter guard has got a hole in the middle. I'm going to place the flat side against the fabric, and what that's going to do is as I begin to twist those locking tweezers, that splatter guard is going to help keep all of my folds relatively the same height. Also, as I'm twisting the locking tweezers, I'm going to use my other hand to form some additional folds in the shirt. Once I have most of the shirt spiraled, I'm going to take off the splatter guard and finish up my spiral before I remove the pair of locking tweezers. Now I'm going to slide the spiral off the side of my table onto a metal rack or metal shelf that I have. This time I'm not going to tie it. Normally I try to tie it or wrap some sort of tape around the edge, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to slide it off onto my rack. Then over the top I'm going to place a colander, which I purchased from the Dollar Tree dollar store, another metal rack, and I'm going to flip the shirt over. So the part that you're seeing right now on top of my colander is the front of the shirt, which has the nicer folds. So I have the shirt on top of a colander, which I have placed on top of a metal rack. Then I'm going to take the metal rack and I'm going to place it down inside of a plastic tote. Once I get it down inside of my plastic tote, I'm going to take the other metal rack that I have sitting on top off of the shirt. When I do a colander spiral, I like the outer part of the spiral to kind of be a little bit more loose. I want to allow the dye to run down those folds. But I also don't want the shirt to get down in the muck. And all muck is when the ice melts and it mixes with that dye and it runs down through the shirt into the container below. That is muck. So in order to keep that from happening, I'm going to take a few clothespins and put them right at the edge to kind of stabilize that shirt where those pieces that are wanting to fall down will stay up on top of the metal rack. Then I'm going to use a washable marker and divide my shirt into 4 sections going through the center of the spiral. That'll give me some guidelines for where to apply the dye. Like I mentioned, I'm using some of Dyespin's Dark Horse dyes, which are the ones that were made specifically for ice dyeing. So they're really good color splitters. The first one that I'm going to use is Elysian, followed by Sultry, Moody Blue, and Mindbender X. I'm going to place one color on each of the lines that I drew on the shirt. And I got a little crazy with the Elysian. I went a little bit wide with that line, but that's perfectly fine. You can make them as wide, as narrow as you want, whatever you want. I want to allow some space for these dyes to move. So I don't want to add too much dye, but I want to make sure I add plenty where I get good color saturation. I'm also not taking the dye all the way to the edges of the shirt. If you'll notice, I'm really only putting it on the portion of the shirt that's tied pretty tightly. Now over the top of the dye, I'm going to add a little bit more additional dry soda ash, and then I'm going to add on the ice. And I have found that really the way to make this whole setup the most stable is to get another colander just like the one I have under the shirt, place ice inside of the colander, and then place that colander on top. I've tried lots of different methods for this. I've tried using different kinds of colanders on top. I've tried using chunks of ice on top. I've tried lots of different setups, and this is the one that tends to work the best for me. I saw Scott Rad Dyes Walker do this design using 2 colanders like this and this setup, and I thought it was brilliant. So I tried it and it works great. I've included some photos to show you what the shirt looked like as the ice melted and the dye started to run through the shirt. For this shirt, I only added the 1 layer of ice. I filled the colander up pretty full with ice, and by the time the ice had melted in the top colander, the dye was all the way through to the edges of the fabric. I did still have just a little bit of excess dye left sitting on top, so if for some reason I didn't feel like my saturation was good, I could have gone ahead and added some more ice and just forced some more of that dye through the shirt. But instead, I went ahead and took the metal rack that the shirt and the colander were sitting on top of and placed them down inside of a larger tote, one that was deeper so that I could put the lid on the tote and place it outside to process. I left this tote outside for about 48 hours before I rinsed it out, and as you could tell, it got nice and steamy inside. It was actually condensing on top of the lid. Then to rinse the shirt, I took it to my utility sink, and I began rinsing it in cold water to rinse out the soda ash. You can see the little bits of excess dye that I had sitting on top. After rinsing in cold for a while, I warmed the water up to hot and continued rinsing in hot water to rinse out the excess dye that didn't bond with the fabric. But instead of rinsing for a long time, I went ahead and soaked the shirt. I placed the shirt in my utility sink, added some really hot water, added a little bit of Blue Dawn dish soap, placed the shirt inside, and allowed it to soak. When the water cooled off, I changed it out, and I continued that soaking process until my water was remaining almost clear. Then I placed the shirt along with some Dharma's Professional Textile Detergent inside of my washing machine and washed it using a hot water cycle. So the shirt's been washed, dried, and ironed, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, so what do you guys think? Because I think this one turned out looking really cool. I love all the colors together, and I have all kinds of really cool color splits. So when you're looking at the spiral from the front of the shirt, you can tell the sultry because that's the orangey color. And then on either side of the sultry is Elysian and Moody Blue. Then the last color is Mindbender X, which shows up over on that right shoulder when you're looking at the front of the shirt. The Elysian kind of rolls into the Mindbender X, but the Elysian is over on the left-hand shoulder when you're looking at the front of the shirt. So it has a little bit more of the, I would say, like navy blue purplish color, where the Mindbender X has that green in it. And I think that looks really cool. I like the dye flow from the tighter portion of the spiral out toward the edges of the shirt. I think that looks really cool. And I really do like these colors mixed together. I think they look really pretty. The combination of the reds, yellows, oranges mixed with some of the purples and blues and greens. I was hoping it wouldn't be too much to mix all of these heavy dye splitting colors together on one shirt, but I really think it worked out well. So overall, I really love the shirt. I think it turned out really pretty, but what do you guys think? Please drop me some comments down below and let me know. And if you've enjoyed the video, I sure would appreciate it if you would like it, and if you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you'll hit the bell, you'll receive a notification whenever I upload a new video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great day.